Today I'm going to show you a strategy I use on the cruise in order to win a free cruise, and I'm representing today. Check it out. Let's do it. Welcome to the Holy Roller. If you're a craps and or cruising enthusiast, then you're in the right place. Today I'm going to show you more about the game of craps on a cruise so we can play in such a way to potentially increase our bankrolls and get that offer for a complimentary stateroom for two on our next cruise. Yes, a free cruise offer. Remember, holy means different, distinct, and devoted, and that's how we roll. So let's get rolling. Hey, what's up everybody? As you see, I got another cruise offer here, complimentary cruise for two, and I could pick from any of these dates, and this is just for playing craps on a cruise. And so like this 7-day cruise, for example, you only have to pay taxes and port fees. This 7-day cruise will cost about $125 a person. For me and my wife, that's $250 for a 7-day cruise. I cannot wait to be on the cruise, and that's why I need to practice my strategy, and I call my strategy Light in the Darkness. And the reason why I call this strategy Light in the Darkness, I'll show you when we play it. And the reason why I like to do this is because to win a free cruise, you need time at the table and your average bet, okay? So I'm gonna start with $500 here, and I'm gonna do what's playing from the dark side, and that is right here, $60 I'm gonna place on the don't pass. Now this right here, when the puck is off on a come out roll, this will win on 2-3, bar the 12, or the 12 doesn't matter, or push on the 12, so nothing happens on the 12 when you're right here. If you were here, this would win on 7-11, it would lose on 2-3, 12. This right here loses on 7-11. So getting past that come out roll is mega important, all right? So let's get started here, and I'll show you how we do our light in the darkness strategy. We're gonna use our black Color Up dice. Shout out to Color Up Club, and we're gonna use these dice for our roll today. All right, let's get a number established, and here we go. What is it? What is it? It's an 8. An 8. A point is 8, a 5, 3, 8. All right, so now we have it, and we usually would put $60 out to cover. We want no 8 to happen, because if an 8 rolls, we lose here. If a 7 rolls, we win here. So what we want to do is we're going to put a $30 6. We'll put a $25 5, and then we'll take this extra and we'll put it on the hard 8 just to kind of cover. So what we want to do is we want to hit a 5 or a 6 before anything else. That would be great, especially before an 8. But if we hit a 5 or a 6, then it will pay $35, and we'll put the 8 up for 30, and then that win plus a win if the 8 hits again would cover our don't. All right, I hope that makes sense. Let's just roll it out and see what happens. So right now we're gonna see if we can get a 5 or a 6. All right, so there is a 7. All right, sometimes that happens. 7s come quickly, and if that happens in this scenario, we got past the come out, we lose this bet here, and it's $60, but we win right here. So we didn't lose any money on that roll. So let's go ahead and rack that back and see if we can get another come out, and the puck goes off. We're gonna pick from a new set of dice. This is a new shooter, because that was a 0.7 out. All right, so let's get a new shooter and a new point established. Come on, shooter, let's get a point here. Let's see what it is. Oh, it's a 3. Now, remember what we said. 2 and 3 win right here. So this is a $60 win for us. And so we're just going to rack it right now, and we're going to consider that free money right there, all right? Because you never know what can happen, but let's roll again. Let's roll again. There's a 5, a 4, 1, 5. So the point becomes 5. All right, now we're going to take our $60. That's equal to this, because you can do this at different levels, high levels, low levels. I would say do it at 25, the lowest, because if you did $25 here and you did a 6 and an 8 for $12 each, then that's kind of breaking even. And then you could take that extra dollar, maybe put it on a hard way or something. But what we're going to do is we're going to do a 6 and an 8 for $30 each. That's $60 here, $60 here. Our first hit, we need to put on a 5. So we want no 5 right now. We want a 6 or an 8. Let's do it. All right, 6 or 8, shooter. All right, there's a yo 11. Yo 11, that does nothing for our strategy right now. All right, let's go. Let's get it. There's a 9. 9 does nothing for us there. All right, come on, shooter. Let's get a 6 or an 8. And there is the 8, the hard 8. The 8 came hard. All right, so that pays 35, right? And we're going to go up on the 5. And we're just going to go ahead and rack this here. We still want a 6 and 8. If a 5 comes, we break even. But let's get a 6 and 8. We still want 6s and 8s. That's what we want. All right, there's a 2, snake eyes, aces in both places. Does nothing for our strategy right here. So let's go ahead and roll and see what happens. There is the 7, and the 7 came. All right, so even though a 5 would have came, we would have broke even. We took our earnings, we racked 10 of it, and we're going to lose this, right? Technically, we'll lose all of this because that was a 7 out, and we win 60. So let's just put this back up and off. Okay, so it's following the puck, and another shooter. So that shooter did a little bit more than the last shooter did, I guess. And so let's see what happens right now on the come out. We want a 2-3, or just a point would be great. A point would be great, not a 7. So this shooter, winner on the front line or the pass line, but we lost right here. Now remember when we hit that 3, we hit that 3 and we were happy, and now we're sad. All right, but here we go. We need to have another come out. So let's see what happens on the come out here. And there it is, an 8. So we have an 8, a 5, 3, 8. And so what we're going to do with our 60 and 60 is we're going to take this over to the 5. We're going to put this on the hard 8. If the 8 comes, let it be hard. And let's go ahead and roll and see if we can get a 5 or a 6. All right, so there is the roll, and there is a 9. A 6, 3, 9. That does nothing for us right now. Let's get a 5 or a 6. The other side of the... Oh, there's a 6. Yes. The other side of the 5 is the 9, and the 9 is the 5. But I'll take a 6. I'll take a 6 because that is what wins right there. Okay, so let's do this. We'll put that up. And being that we put that up, let's go ahead and just believe, right? We'll go ahead and go for a $10 hard 8. Now we made the 8 more valuable than the 6, or I'm saying than the 7. We made the 8 more valuable than the 7. The 6 hit. We still want a 5, 6. Okay, 5 or 6 is what we still want. All right, 5 or 6 shooter. Let's do it. Let's do it. There's a 10. That does nothing for us on the 10. And so let's do it. Let's get that 6. There we go. We got the 6 again. The 6 in the mix. And so here's the pay for the 6. All right, so if the 8 comes, it pays this. If it comes hard, it's like great because it's like even more money. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do kind of modify this and build it a little bit so that we can get paid on all these numbers. We're going to use the field. We're going to farm in the field for 10. We're going to rack 25. And so now every number, we have every number covered. Sometimes when you do the iron cross, you don't have every number covered because the 7's not covered. This 7 is covered, but it's just to get our money back, not to cover all of this. All right, so here we go. Let's get a field, a 5 or a 6. That's all we want. That's all we ask for. And I guess we were asking and begging too much. All right, so here we go. We lose these here, and we have our 60 that we pay here. The puck goes off, and let's go ahead and go back up here, back up for 30 each, up and off. So this is off, but we're still on the come out. We're gonna pick another person, and let's see how they do. Let's see how this shooter does. All right, coming out, and it is a 5, a 2, 3, 5. And so the point is 5. We're gonna stay just like that. Let's get a 6 or an 8 shooter. 6 or an 8 would be great. And so what do we got? We have a 6, a 4, 2, 6. And what does that pay? That pays 35. We're gonna go up for 5. Let's just go straight into that iron cross so that we could farm in the field a little bit. And we're breaking even on a 5 or a 7, but we want a field. Let's do it. Let's do it. There you go. There's a 10 in the field. And we could start going in different directions, but let's just rack it. Let's just rack 10 or 25 on every roll. Let's see what we could do here. And let's just make that happen. Let's just make that happen. There's a 6. All right, so this is the scenario where we would rack 25 and then put back in the field. And so because we have a couple of those losers, we're going to try to maintain our bankroll here. And there is another 6, a hard 6. And so that's another scenario where we're racking 25. All right, so let's just keep racking until we get back to where we want to be. And so there is an 8. That's great. It's a hard 8. Wish I was playing those hard ways. And this is another scenario where we're racking $25. And right now we're back. The money we have right here is $500. And so this money is all casino money. So now's a good time to just start spreading it out. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. All right, let's get a 6 or an 8. Oh, man, right when I said, you say it too soon. Now you might say, yeah, you're even now. But remember, we're playing the light and the darkness, so the 5 or the 7 would not hurt us, okay? So even though it looks like we're losing a little bit, right, we're actually breaking even right there. That's $60, $120. So we're $120 up from when we started, all right? So let's go ahead and reset this and have it up and off, all right? And let's have another shooter. And let's go ahead and we'll try this one more time because this is just how it's going to work and how it's going to happen. It's kind of going to go back and forth, hit some points, don't hit some points. But the light and the darkness strategy is to hit and put on the point. Now, you might say, well, that's kind of risky. I think the biggest risk is coming out. The come out roll is the biggest risk. I'd rather risk on one roll than risk on every single roll because the probability of the 7 is high on every roll, right? So the other thing we could do is we could use some of our profit, which we're at least $60 in profit right now, and we could just put up the number right away. I'll show you how that goes. If this come out roll goes well, let's see what happens. And it does with a 5. It does with a 5. All right. So this comes out with a 5, okay? This is $60 here. I could even put $50 out, and that pays 75 or 70. Sorry, I usually give 5 for 75, but this pays 70. And you might say this is a little overdoing it, but hey, we still just want a 6 or an 8. Technically, the 5 is the best bet for us. We're playing in the dark now. We're the light in the darkness. We made our 5 more valuable than the 7, but the 7 will just get our money back minus 50. So even though we have 120 out here plus 170, we'd only lose 50 if the 7 came. If the 5 comes, then we'd actually win about $10. All right, so let's see. Let's get a couple 6s and 8s. All right, light in the darkness. Here we go. There is a 2, snake eyes. All right, aces in both places. They call that one. All right, and then a 7, and then a 7. So, yeah, the scenario of putting it up right away. We would have broke even, but we're down 50 because we threw it in there. And that's why I like waiting for a hit and then putting it on the number because you never know. You never know. All right, this breaks even. All right, I said one more, but that was really quick. And if you haven't noticed, and if you've ever watched Color Up Club, these dice, I mean, they roll 7s and kill strategies so fast. It's not just Jeremy. It's the dice. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's get these rolling out, and let's see if we can establish a number. Here we go. There is a 9, a 5, 4, 9. The point is 9. All right. Let's get a 6 or 8 shooter. Here we go. 6 or 8. That's what we want. That's what we want. There's a 10, a 6, 4, 10. All right, let's get a 6 or 8. That's what we're begging for at this point, right? There's an 8. All right, so an 8 pays 35. We're going to put this up, and let's go ahead and rack this 10. All right. All right, we got that. No, so now we are breaking even no matter what. And here's a 10. We're breaking even no matter what. And here we go. Here we go. Breaking even. Oh, yep, there it goes. Color up dice. Just kidding. Come on. All right. So as you can see, we lost that there. That was part of our profit. We racked 10. We made $10 on that. But let's let's just count it all up and see where we're at. There's 100, and let's just count these as well and see where we're at. There's another 100, and so that's 200, 300, 400, 500. So we're up $75, $80. So we're up $80 just like that. Even rolling with the color up dice, the color up strategy killer, we were still up. All right, I know I kind of killed that joke, but hey, it's all fun and games, and I'm part of the Color Up Club. Check it out for yourself, Color Up Club and colorup.club if you want to check out the website. And until next time, we'll see ya. Wait, before you go, one more thing. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and become a holy roller with me so I can see you cruising and rolling at a craps table soon. Oh, hey, and check this video out for more tips and tricks on how you can get that offer for a free cruise. Thanks for watching.